Hello everyone. It's James again. And before I start today's video, I just want to quickly say, all work in this video contains 100% original content of and by myself James Smith, otherwise known as Bgood 4000, and was uniquely created with NAWMAL software, by myself James Smith. As I purchased commercial rights from NAWMAL to produce my unique and original video with this software. Commentary is uniquely my own thoughts, feelings, and expressions. Now that I have that out of the way, I do hope your day is going way better than fantastic. And your journey to self-betterment is going way better than fantastic as well. Today, I wanted to talk about something very important. And it's a point Ollie made in one of his recent videos. And that is, don't be mad at yourself. Or don't blame yourself for how long it took you to figure out what happened to you. And in this case we are talking about narcissistic abuse. Here's the thing. Narcissists tend to steal large amounts of time from people's lives. No matter it be 5 months or 30 years. They can steal a big chunk of time out of people's lives. But the reason why you shouldn't blame yourself is most likely you were raised by these people. Meaning narcissists. You know. One big thing I've talked about before is the role of the family. The role of the family is supposed to be, in my cartoon eyes, to be a buffer between you and the cold, harsh world of narcissism. You see, no family is perfect. But are there families without narcissism? I believe there are. There are those out there that possibly grew up how you and I grew up. And they married or partnered up with someone that grew up the same way. Both did the self-work. And both chose to have a family, making sure the narcissism and narcissistic abuse would in no way, shape or form be in their house. They made sure their children were very close with one another. And helped one another. They showed their children the value of hard work and not doing everything for them. But they also offered a safe place to go to if need be. Think about if you have a narcissist boss. And things aren't getting any better. And they are really treating you horribly bad. And on top of that your roommates are toxic as well. For an example. If you came from a narcissistically abusive family, you really have nowhere to turn. And that's the thing. And the reason why most narcissistic abuse survivors are so darn tired and worn out. Because they literally have nowhere to turn, it seems. Sure, they can try to find new roommates and even a new job. And things might be better. Or they might be worse. But the one that grew up in a home with great parents and a tight relationship with their brothers and sisters. Guess who's going to be their roommate? That's right, their brother or sister they are tight with. If they are experiencing such a problem, let's say, their brother or sister will say, "Come stay with me. It will make our rent cheaper in doing so. And we can save our money and invest in something solid so we don't have to work for these people anymore. Or you can come and work with me at my job. I will put in a good word for you with my boss." You see, narcissistic abuse strips you of that. It strips you of that hedge of protection that families are supposed to be for. But what happens when you grow up in a home with narcissistic abuse? And you have no information at your fingertips as to what is happening to you. You just walk around in a fog trying to make it through. Not knowing that this fog is and what it's about. And eventually you might get away from your family of origin in some form or another. But then you find yourself dating or married to a narcissist. Or making friends with them. Or stuck in a bad work situation. I, like you, probably have thought to myself and wondered. If I could have figured all of this out so many years ago, maybe my life would be so much better right now. And even worse. Getting mad at ourselves for not seeing things for what they were and are. The truth of the matter is we were brainwashed by those that were supposed to care for us and teach us how to live in the world. The people that were supposed to be there for us literally found pleasure in our pain. And on a daily basis worked on ways of causing that pain within us so they could get that pleasure. We literally had no choice. We had no choice. and we had no one teaching us how the world really works. The hard part is the time. The time given up to these narcissists. But again, look at who raised you. Look at who raised you. So please, be good to yourself. Take a step back and see what you have done in your life with the limited amount of help and actually coming from such a terrible background. You might not be a millionaire. You might not have a dream relationship. But you are here and moving forward. And you can now see these individuals for what and who they are. And this is why you should live your life. Take enjoyment in doing the things God our Heavenly Father blessed you with the skill to be able to do. And is it possible you will meet people along the way that will treat you good? Sincerely and for who you are? Yes. Yes. But at the same time you have to keep your boundaries sharp. Because you don't have any family if you came from a bad one that will act as that buffer to show the narcissists out there you are loved and you do have options. Yes. Narcissists can and do go after people with strong families too. But when they do, usually they are able to get free from the narcissists a little bit faster and a little bit easier. Because they do have a loving family willing to jump in and help them out. We don't have that. So we've got to be sharp. We've got to be sharp. So no. How you were raised was not your fault. And you made a ton of mistakes as a result. The only thing we can do is move forward. I have some people on my channel that are in their 70s and 80s. And they are saying they just figured this stuff out a few years back. And even in such situations, do not blame yourself. You were doing the best you could with the tools you had. And you should be good to yourself. And do what you can to enjoy life. With that said, I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time, bye for now. And be good to yourself.